Hey everybody, it's me. Looking like a lion today. My hair is just crazy. Anyway, got a question today. On my Facebook, I had it. Now I'm trying to find it again. Sorry, I should have had this prepared. Okay, so a question from my friend Tavares on Facebook. He wants to know, why are some women not honest? And well, I pretty much told him I can only speak for me, personally. And I guess basically he's talking about women that are in relationships that cheat. I don't condone cheating. I don't think that cheating is something that people should do, but I understand it happens. I'm definitely not sheltered in that aspect, or sheltered period anymore. But I don't condone cheating. I don't think it's right. But it happens, and people will say, or experts, or whatever, or actually just people, that men and women, and I think it's pretty much equal. I think that just as many women cheat as men. I just happen to think that men get caught a little bit easier because they tend to not hide things. I think women are a lot more sneaky and a lot more just secretive about it. And I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I cheated one time. I cheated on an ex before, and I don't. I'm not proud of that. I don't think it was. It didn't necessarily make me feel any better to do that. But and people say well, instead of cheating, end the relationship. And that's all fine and dandy, but sometimes you end up with some psycho person, okay, which is in my case, and they just will not leave, okay? They won't leave. And I'm sorry, but I'm not leaving the place that I was paying for just because I don't want to be with you anymore. You need to leave, you know what I mean? But he wouldn't leave, and I did the wrong thing, and I thought that, oh, well, maybe if I cheat on him, he'll leave, because he'll be so mad at me, and he won't want to be with me anymore because I cheated. So I did cheat, and that didn't work, unfortunately. And it didn't make me feel any better. It made me feel pretty guilty. I've never been a cheater. Throughout my whole life, he was probably the first person I ever cheated on. And I was just so desperate to get out of the situation. No matter how much I told him I didn't want to be with him, and how much I just wanted him to leave, and I wanted to break up, he just would not go. He was like a freaking cockroach. You kill them or whatever, and you think that they're dead, but they pop back to life. This would not go away. And so I mean, there were drastic measures that I had to take, and I'm not proud of that to this day, but I'm honest about it. And I obviously, you probably know that my boyfriend now, I'm with him, and no matter how much we may disagree, no matter how much we may get on each other's nerves or whatever, I love him, and there's no way I would ever be unfaithful to him because he's so good to me. Like, why would I do that? Like, that's one thing that I don't understand. I'm in love. He treats me good. We have a good relationship. I'm not gonna go cheat just because. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, let me hurt him. Let me, be unfaithful. Let me break our trust. I would never do that. He means the world to me. Aww. Anyway, but a lot of people say that women cheat because they're not emotionally satisfied, emotionally, mentally in the relationship. And I think when I cheated on my ex, that's where I was kind of coming from. Like, I felt like I was there, but I wasn't. Like, we were together, but we weren't. Because every time, like, I just felt like I was never there. I felt like I was invisible. I felt like, I don't know. It was just horrible, a horrible feeling, And when I did cheat, it wasn't even like a sexual affair. That's the weird thing. It was more emotional, mental. I would meet up with this guy and we'd have coffee and talk for hours. That's what I needed. You know what I mean? That's what I was missing. It wasn't about the sex. I was missing that emotional and mental connection that I wasn't getting at home. And so I, went out and I found that with someone else. And half the time I think that may be probably worse, because you're emotionally and mentally connecting with someone else. And, it was bad. Anyway, it's not something I like to talk about because I'm not proud of what I did in the past. Anyway, moving on. But I just think that, and I'm not gonna bash on anybody, okay, but I think that a lot of women are just so fed up of the players. It's always been okay for men to have or to cheat, or back in the day it was okay for men to cheat. You just kept your mouth shut as a woman and dealt with it. Back in the day, that's what we were supposed to do. It was okay for men to cheat, and I think it sucks because I think that it's still something that goes on. It's definitely like a double standard. It's okay, like, as a woman, I'm supposed to forgive you for cheating on me, but if I cheat on you, then I'm a whore and you don't want to be with me and blah 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 blah, which isn't fair. Like, and I think that, I don't know, I just think that women are changing so much these days. I think, we're becoming more independent, and it's, working, having our own things. We don't need a man. And I think that sometimes that may bother a guy. Like, a guy wants to feel needed. He wants to feel like he's the protector and he's the man. You know what I mean? And it's hard nowadays because women are becoming so independent and taking care of themselves and taking care of their kids as single moms. But you know what? We didn't have a choice. We didn't have a choice but to take over those roles because guys were being with us. Then we would get pregnant, and a lot of them would just split. So we didn't have a choice. We had to adapt, and we had to learn and start taking care of ourselves and our kids by ourselves. So we can't not put the blame on women or even guys. It's unfortunately a snowball effect. A guy doesn't help take care of his kids. Therefore, the woman has to go get a job, therefore becomes more independent, and therefore doesn't need a man later on down the road. And it's not a bad thing. It's nice. But a guy is going to want to feel needed, like I said. He's going to want to feel like he's providing and he's being, that's a real man, okay? Because you all know that there's douchebags out there that don't give a crap. They'll live off a woman, okay? We know that. And they won't even think twice about it. Anyway, I keep losing my train of thought. I'm like all airheaded today. I don't know. I don't understand. I know why I cheated. I don't know why everyone else out there cheats. You know, some guys, you know, they just don't want to be with one person, and maybe that's the same way it is for females. But I think that women, for so long, we've been, you know, we're behind. A man is superior to us. That's how it used to be. And I think that we're kind of like, well, you know what? If a guy can do it, so can we. But we can do it 5 times better. You know what I mean? And that's not a good way of thinking. And I think that if you cheat, how are you ever going to be happy? Yeah, okay, so yeah, you're having sex with multiple people. Okay, that's great and all fun and wonderful while it lasts. But when you're 50, 60 years old and you don't have anybody to settle down with, what did that accomplish? Nothing. Nothing at all. You're going to be lonely. And then you're not even like going to have somebody that wants to be there with you because you were such a dirtbag and such a scumbag and a cheater. Like, you know, have your fun when you're young. Okay? Don't get into something that you're going to regret later. Like, don't get into a 5-year relationship when you're 18 years old, because later on down the road, when it's time to get married and to settle down, you're going to be like, I feel like I missed out on life. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people, that happens to, and then later on in life we want to go run around and party and be all crazy and stuff like that when it's time to be settling down. Like, we've got things like all switched and crazy. But I don't know if that answers your question. There's really no answer to it. Every individual is different as to why they do what they do. And the mistakes that we make in life definitely help mold who we are today. I know I've been through a lot in life, and I may be a little bit wise beyond my years because of what I've been through, but I'm still immature in ways too. So I don't know. Anyway, I hope that answers your question. If not, like, send me another one, I guess. Bye. Till next time.